All right.
Show up, honestly.
Welcome, Damon.
Hey.
And with that, we'll go ahead and start the meeting. How's that sound? All right, it's 9 o'clock, September 30th, 2022. I'd like to welcome everyone to this meeting of the Logan County Commissioners. Please rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go Popes. Did you just say go Popes?
All right. I don't see any forms for citizens desiring to be heard this morning. With that, we'll move on to item 4, consideration of possible action on minutes of September 15th.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve minutes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously.
I don't see our plaques here. I would ask that y'all just push this down. Thank you.
We can do that. Thank you. All right, items 5 and 6 will be pushed to the end, or if they show up today. Item 7, consideration of possible action to purchase a drone for use by county law enforcement and emergency management. Steve, put your tap shoes on. Come forward.
So I did a printout on a drone to use in Logan County for emergency management, and then the sheriff's office and the fire departments and any agencies in the county, you know, it may be used. I've talked to several other emergency management departments over the past month or so, you know, about how they use it and how it's benefited their county and stuff. The one I printed out on the packet that I gave you, it has thermal imaging on it, so you'll be able to see heat reflection at night and a FLIR for nighttime use. It also has a spotlight, different accessory attachments, speaker, so you can, if you can't get to somebody, you can fly it out there and you can, you know, tell them help's on the way or whatever. The sheriff's office, they can also benefit from using it through their investigations division, flying over properties, you know, for possible locating stolen equipment or, you know, taking pictures, aerial views of crime scenes, etc., and everything. And even with you guys, like during floods, you'd be able to get aerial images of roads and, you know, damage assessment pictures and everything. And the one I printed out, it has a battery life up to an hour and a half of flight time.
Where does this print out at?
I think it's
You can't see it more.
I thought maybe you printed 3 of them. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was hogging it down the other.
So
You said the battery life is how long?
the package that I put together, it comes with 3 batteries for a total of an hour and a half, so 30 minutes per battery flight, so an hour and a half of flight time and everything. And I talked to the sheriff too a little bit about, you know, putting together where certain people would have, you know, have access to it, you know, start like a drone team, you know, so it's available to people that need it, that can go fly it. And then also, we would also work on getting our, each individual, getting our drone license for commercial use for it, to fly it.
What is this, the FAA?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can do all the training online.
Right.
And they say it's pretty simple. So.
Well, I mean, Chris got through it, didn't he?
Yeah. The beginner level.
But from talking to people though, this one, it's a little bigger drone. So currently, I've been using my personal drone helping out with the county on stuff, but it's small, and on windy days you can't fly it because it's too windy. This one you can fly it to 35-mile-an-hour winds on windier days.
Right.
And I've printed out some stuff you can use it for, like on missing persons, damage assessments, so stuff like that.
So you do a lot of research. This is the one that you think we
Yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, next week we're not gonna say, dang, I wish we'd have got this one.
They said that this, from everybody I talked to, they said that this would be, you know, for a first drone starting out and everything, to get, you know, a drone program, you know, going. This is a very user-friendly one to use, and plus it comes with all the accessories where we wouldn't have to buy, you know, individual stuff to add on to it, so.
So it don't say on the agenda what we're gonna pay for this out of the one account.
And it doesn't say because that left it open too.
Yeah, and that's one of the questions. I mean, are we buying it for emergency management? Are we buying it for the sheriff? I mean, I believe both departments need it, but.
Well, I think, I mean, technically, we just buy it through emergency management and however, whatever fund it comes out of, the emergency manager will control it and the sheriff. I mean, they work pretty close together. I mean,
It's definitely something that would be very useful. I mean, we had an incident
So-
last week,
The price here on the,
5,900.
This was the total on it. That was the total on it. That was with also, they call it the Fly More package.
So what's the 3,500 you want?
Yeah.
What? 65, 64,300.
I'll move it to approve it. I'd like to pay for it too. I don't know. I'm talking great about it. What is
ARPA money, I mean, we've got ARPA money that we can.
We have
Are
ARPA
you
money
gonna
in
be
the
able to offer this one?
general government M&O has an ARPA fund, and we can take it from there.
That's my motion.
I would second that motion.
All right, anything else, sir?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right. With that, any further discussion? Any?
Yeah, well, I'd just like to say that many times we've used personal drones. Chris has brought his out. Aaron from the city's brought theirs out. We've had several people that have come out. And by us having our own drone gets us on the scene quicker, gets us in there quicker. And it protects the liability of us, because I mean, if they see anything, what they see can be used in criminal, you know, court, stuff like that. So it's cleaner if we have our own. and I don't see this as an emergency management drone or a sheriff's office drone. I see it as a county drone. For you guys, for building assessments, for roads, for bridges, for you name it. There's a whole lot of uses to it, and not just for our office, but like I was talking about, this gentleman said, the chief, and they're working on getting one too. So it's, you know, that's where the future of search and rescue is going, and documentation of the sky. So it's a awesome deal, it really is.
The technical capabilities they have today is amazing. And just another brief, small story. We had an accident about a year ago, a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, out on Highway 33. And it just destroyed this truck, this pickup truck, destroyed one of our rock trucks, hit another truck, was involved with it. Our guy wasn't at fault at all, but it was still a bad accident. Highway Patrol shows that the first thing they do is put the drones up in here, and they start getting footage of all the skid marks and all the oil streaks and all that other stuff. And that's how they did their investigation. They put all that back together, and they figured out how this accident happened from looking at it from the air. And I think it's just a great way to save time and people, you know. Anyway, so we've got a motion and a second on this. Any further discussion?
I guess not to exceed 7,000.
That okay? So that's your motion, and you're okay with that second?
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second to buy the drone not to exceed $7,000. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. I'll stay up here for the next
All right, well, I'll let you do that.
one.
All right, sir. Consideration possible action on resolution establishing a countywide burn ban.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the burn ban. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
The board would just verbalize for those that are watching that it will be 14 days effective immediately and is good for 14 days. So that would go till October,
I mean, I can tweak the resolution.
well, it doesn't.
October 13th.
Because it's just 14 days.
So, along those lines, this resolution does point out what you can and can't do under the burn ban and those sorts of things, so.
And I can post that on.
This will be published for the public to look at as well for the next 14 days. So, have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. That was easy. Monty, I thought you at least happy was good.
Well, it is pretty dry.
It is, okay. All right, we're gonna run back up to item 5 and 6. Consideration and possible action on final plat, Western Acres, southwest quarter, 4-15 North 3 West. And you also got North Broadway place?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll do 6 and 7 at the same time if you guys don't object.
Damn, you're just all over the place.
They gave us all of them, so I think that's how they keep that in.
This is
You want to see the little magic words.
Which one you want?
You should have a
should have
signature
a
page
block on it.
See the page and then
This one?
right here.
and the verbiage about the road.
Okay, this one. I'm sorry, I just brought them all in this way. They handed them to me. I thought, I'm gonna bring them all so I don't forget.
And you should have 2 copies of that.
You want 2 copies?
should be two.
There should be 2 copies, 2 pages.
For you?
Yeah,
we
for us
should-
to sign.
We should
Okay.
sign 2 copies.
Okay.
This is right there.
Of this one? The next one?
It's the next page.
Okay.
Should be that right there.
There you go. Got this one.
Alright. First we find the road.
We've got a big table.
Okay, here it is. Further certify that said streets designated as private streets on said plat are not dedicated to public and public streets, and said streets will be maintained by the private property owners within the subdivision. Said streets shall always remain accessible to the police, fire, and other official vehicles, federal, county, city. Private roads are not maintained by the county of Logan County.
This North Broadway place, where's actually located? County, Seward.
Forest Hills and Broadway.
Yeah, Forest Hills and Broadway.
Yeah. From the dollar store cutting corner to the north.
In D1. Yes.
What say you, Marvin?
Well, they already got it in there. I mean, why not?
It's good to go.
I was gonna say, last time I see that, it's pouring concrete.
Yeah, they got streets in there already. I think everybody-
Oh.
All we care about is that we don't have to maintain the streets.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so we're, yeah.
Well, I'll move we approve.
Thank you.
I'll second. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the motion and a second to approve the
I
plat.
don't need this one, right?
Do
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Hey, you're gonna have her open her
As soon as I get done.
I said you're coming.
The Broadway, electric's supposed to be there this month, or this coming month, so pretty soon.
Cool.
What's that?
Man, normally we don't sign the paper.
Very rare do we get a
No,
football
you
game.
don't sign the papers,
Yeah.
they're not gonna record the paper ones, just the Mylar.
I definitely can't see that. Should be maybe pull it.
Yeah, pull it apart, that's it.
There we go.
This is the one at Seward and Western. Also Marvin's area. All right, I'll read the verbiage here. Every deed shall clarify, acknowledge said road, or clearly acknowledge said roadways are private and not maintained by the county of Logan County, Oklahoma.
Your turf, man.
Hey, if they put housing conditions and all that farmland out there, we won't have to worry about all that.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, that's
Now they want blacktop.
Yeah, we want.
Good idea.
Yeah, we'll be.
Hey, I'm good with it, yeah.
We'll be glad to share, we'll be glad to share some guns on Black
That's what I was
Dogs.
holding up for.
Thank you.
Marvin's motion.
Have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Pull this one out too.
And those two, you guys stay with those two, right?
Well, you
No,
got.
you
Hey,
gotta
one
keep
of them might
them.
take across the street.
You're gonna
Both.
take both of them across the street.
Oh, both of them, okay.
All right, these are the two for Broadway Place.
Troy,
Good luck, I hope you sell
what was
them
the
all.
second one,
Yes,
Seward
sir.
and what?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Seward and what?
Seward and Western.
Seward and West.
So, yeah, we need to talk about paving Western next.
You're gonna have to talk to the guys who take my seat.
The new guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He'll be all up about it.
Yeah.
If you wanna help.
yeah, yeah, we'd like to help on that. Sure would be nice.
Make that check payable to Logan County.
District three?
Yeah, said District 1.
Oh, District.
He did.
I was trying to do it.
You're a nice guy, Mike.
There's a rubber band.
Right there. There's your neat pen if you ever need any on the hearing.
Okay,
Might call this guy bullshit.
okay, thank you. Little change. That's him right there,
That'd be him.
okay,
CEC himself.
okay.
All righty, good luck.
Okay, and I take them next door?
So you'll match those back up, but you'll do it, it's across the street, first floor of the courthouse, county clerk's office, get them recorded. Then you're going to take a set of the Mylars down and get the small ones made and then bring
Yeah.
the Mylars back.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Good luck.
Uh-huh.
Okay, item 9. Consideration and possible action on resolution setting October 1 as date, terms of members of boards of trustees for emergency medical districts for Logan County begin for each term. Gentlemen, I'd like to table this until our meeting on the 14th, right after our discussions and reappointments of these people. The thing that I'm concerned about is there are people that are that nitpicky. And if we say October 1 today, and we let the weekend go by, we've missed the date to reappoint people. I want to change this to setting October as the month that terms will be redone. And then discuss it after we have our reappointment discussion how reappointments are done on the 14th. That way, I think it makes more sense on why we have, supposed to have one person on each board that's reappointed every year over a 5-year period, right? So, with,
I don't have an issue with it, I'm okay.
okay, all right, thanks, Sam. So we move this to the next item after our
Yeah.
other stuff. All right, thank you. T-bold. All right. Item 10, discussion regarding engineering report pertaining to 6-story building. I think that we've got to the point now where the engineers have been in and looked at it again, right? They've looked at where we've poked holes and that kind of stuff. And as far as I think the engineering's concerned, I think they've signed off on, we can take walls out. The only thing that we need to leave up is the pillars and the outside walls.
Okay. I mean, I guess they're gonna give us that in writing now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I had our secretary pass that over to you, pass a note over to you that they've been there and all that stuff, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you may, well, I guess what I'm getting at, you may know more about that than I do right
Yeah,
now.
well, I mean, before it's official, I'd like, before we start tearing anything out, I want it in writing.
Right, no wrecking balls yet?
Right, you know. But 10-4, we'll check on it.
Well, I think the first thing we ought to do is get an elevator in there, but.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another Jay's deal. So I think we're good to go on remodeling that building. Ma'am, anything you want to say on
No, just to follow up, even before an elevator, I think we're gonna have to up the electrical one.
that? Nah, run extension cord.
Little ones.
Yeah, little ones across the fires.
Little ones that go long
Power
ways.
strips.
Yeah.
And
lots of
power strips.
Yeah.
I like where you guys are
I
at.
think it's smart. It's good. It's good.
All right.
And you can change it when you want.
Any other discussion on item 10?
I haven't.
None.
Okay, thanks, guys. Move to 11, consideration possible action on acknowledging receipt of notice of tort claim of Mike Crowder and forward to ACO County claims.
I'll move it with knowledge and authority.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to acknowledge. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Chairman, I have nothing on 12 and 13.
Jordan right now. Item 14, get your new ink pens out. Consideration and possible action to approve the following permanent road crossing permits for Horizon Hill Wind LLC and Logan County Rural Water number 1. There is a bunch on there, and no,
Are you
I
good on these?
can read them all.
motion to approve all.
Yeah, I looked through them, there was one that it looked like to me that was wanting to go through an intersection at a diagonal. And I just assumed they didn't cross the intersection in that
Do you know
diagonal.
which one
That should be.
It was
the
one out of them 25. I don't remember what one, but it says on there. That's the only one I had question about. Was, you know, several years ago, we discussed not to let
Right.
right lines and regular lines cross that intersection at a diagonal because it just messes up all 4 sides. When we call that a locate, it's just a nightmare.
Where does it say it's a diagonal, Monty?
Okay.
In the back of the packets, there's a map of each.
So what, you were looking at the map, it wasn't written on?
Right. I mean, the map's the easiest way to identify. If you want to save that to the end, you can shove them down here and I'll be thumbing through them.
Yeah, I think that,
I gotta do everything else. I just gotta do that.
there's the rural
Thank you,
water.
Monty.
I don't see the rural water one in here.
Well, okay.
It's one of them days, dang.
what we did.
Yeah, each one.
There's
has
4
two-
copies, but you
uh,
only signed 2.
Yes, ma'am.
it wrong.
So I'm all in favor of what Lonnie said.
So you want to approve all except the diagonal cross?
Yes.
Okay. And that would also include the rural water.
That right there.
Yes,
CRC 18.
as long as it's not a diagonal cross.
Okay. So who's gonna second?
I'll second.
And these are permanent road crossings,
Yes.
so that has to do with development. We have a lot of that going on these days.
These are all for the wind farm.
So it's that development. Yeah. Wind farm. Is that your wind farm, Lonnie?
Yep.
Nope, I don't know a thing in it. No sure.
I'm watching for 18.
18.
That's the crossing number on the one that
Oh.
is diagonal to the intersection.
Was 18?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
CRC 18.
That's 18. I haven't signed it, haven't looked at it. Verify that's the, get Molly to verify that's the corner one, and we're good. We're throwing that one out, right?
I'd certainly like to sit down and visit with them before we approve that.
I second that. I'd like to see,
If the numbers on their match, if their numbers on their map match the numbers for the permit, that should be. No, that's the one that's.
check the map in the back, Molly, I'm sure that's the one you're talking about. If you would, please.
I believe that to be it.
Sweet. All right, we've identified the culprit.
Is that identified as crossing CR 71 line?
Yep. Yes, it does.
3618-4?
Yes.
Okay, so I make that on this one. Okay.
It do sounds like an NFL playbook.
This one's got 3 signature blocks.
And it's got 3 signature tabs too. I don't know why. I just signed well, told.
at how speedy Chris is. He's already pushed out the burn thing.
Whoa, I'm compressed.
Freeze up the afternoon.
Well, would you guys answer all the comments?
Yeah.
Send
H-A-G-A.
send the comments.
Yeah. He is one.
Yeah,
He's the one.
Steve's responsible for all this mess.
I forgot to pay my cell phone.
Steve out.
So what's this pile of paper worth to the county today?
12.5.
Yep. $12,500. That goes to the general fund, right?
Troy's account.
I can use that, that percentage, yeah.
1/3 of it goes to Joe.
Oh, okay. Makes that good when you just do.
No, but they signed off on it.
I mean, it's just trying to be funny.
Monty gets 2/3.
Monty gets 2/3? Is part of this go to the jail trust or what?
No.
I don't have to work load, I get all the work load. Just 1/3 of the amount.
2/3.
I like that part.
I guarantee you this is gonna be a nightmare. This turbine deal.
Just what?
The turbines,
Turbines?
yeah.
Oh, killing all the hawks and eagles and stuff?
Roads.
Well, just the complaints and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a tough deal.
Traffic is extremely busy out here nowadays.
Battery technology was a little better today. I can see maybe some of that. But if you can only generate electricity when the sun's shining or when the wind's blowing, gotta have a way to store it. Times when it's not sunshiny or blowing. Oh, here we go.
No, these two.
No. Did I miss this one? I did.
Goes underneath this one.
Oh, I thought it was a little thick. I was just trying to go through my shirt. So when are you gonna start putting in some sewer lines down there for us?
When are we gonna start returning the land back the way they found it?
You need like a newly paved road that they just found a leak underneath of it, they go in and dig out all the asphalt.
And just put rock in.
And just put rock back, yeah.
Or a ditch they don't pack it in and all of a sudden they got a big crater down the middle of it.
Sounds like the same people.
Or, you know, when the people call me and say, you know, they dug up my sod on
Yeah,
my
sign those.
right away, y'all need to come fix it.
Do you want them back here? They stack them all
Yeah.
on the new guy's desk, right? Yeah. Okay, we doing anything else on these? Lonnie, you done?
I'm done.
You done, all right. So I think we've already made the motion and voted on this, if I remember correctly. Yes, ma'am, all right. Item 15 then, discussion of possible action on consent agenda.
Hey, Ron.
Don't let it get in the way. You like a? No, I'm good.
Probably a good man, I don't care what I say.
I appreciate that.
I think he's okay too.
Well, you never say anything bad. Monty does.
Well, not in public.
Not in public.
How's that song go? Behind closed doors?
I think it's a different deal.
Yes, completely different.
Talking about Buddy Rich?
No.
Oh,
Charlie.
Charlie Rich, yeah, not Buddy, Charlie Rich, yeah. It's been a day or two, but yeah.
Charlie Rich.
Charlie, that's Charlie Rich.
That's,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Charlie Pride's kissing Amy this morning.
That,
There you go.
exactly.
I know,
It's both the same topic.
got a question.
it is, but they got a different beat.
You know this is being
Hey,
recorded.
what you see, what you get, man. I've never tried to hide that.
Next meeting, they need to rearrange the chairs so that they're all sort of right there in front of them.
Y'all tickets.
transfers.
Transfers. Oh, cool. I thought we were done.
Close.
It's never that easy. And you're done on.
Yep. We don't have to sign all that?
that's
Make a
different
motion to
agenda
approve
item.
consent agenda.
Okay. Now we get to the other stuff. So, was that a
Was a motion to approve consent agenda.
I will second.
I'll second now.
Okay, only a second. Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on consent agenda? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Aye. Item 16, discussion and possible action for approving claims for payment for September. This is Monty's favorite time, right here.
Lonnie's running out of room over there.
He likes paying bills.
Son. I'm off to 100% so far.
Hang on a second, we're catching up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I had, or 5 or 10. Ooh. But none of us can compare to one office here.
I think, would you mind looking, I think there's one stuck on the one you just moved. I'm assuming,
That's crash. One's our new sheriff vehicles.
Oh.
You had to talk with our emergency manager. That's right. Oh, wish you extension.
What about the sheriff?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're kind of all in the same deal. See your friends at OSU still at it.
Very much so that.
It's not my fire department. My favorite fire chief is sitting here.
Different department. I knew where he was headed. He just-
I think I seen on the news that Twin Lakes is gonna have a big open house Sunday maybe.
Yeah, they can have a fire service.
Having a barbecue at the station. They had one at your house.
Been a little over here.
It's a big one.
So you were the first ones to notify everybody about that fire over at Twin Lakes. You know, so.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent a message to Monty, you know, want to make sure he knows everything's going on. He did, he already knew it.
It was cold. I remember being cold.
That's the first one on the scene, too.
I was wanting to somehow get that out there, but that was your comment, not mine.
Who was the first one on the scene?
Twin Lakes.
Oh, here they are, right here. Are we done yet? Are we there yet?
That's done with claims.
All right, item
No,
17.
no, I need action on this.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Wouldn't go waste.
Okay, have a motion and a second to approve claims. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, discussion and possible action approving P-card purchases, payments for September at $1,955.05.
I'll move we approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. We're about done. Okay.
You're down to 18.
Yeah. I think all the stuff I wanted to say.
Oh, no.
Yes.
It's Friday.
It is. It is. Did we do P-cards? Did we approve those? We did.
I
Yeah.
move.
We
Okay.
did.
I second.
Aye.
All right, item 18. Comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners or other county officers and department heads. Steve?
I'd just like to say thank you for the drone, approving that, and then also on the burn ban for the county. And then last week I went to the floodplain conference to get my yearly hours in training in the floodplain, and met some new contacts and learned a little bit, so.
Sure.
Just second what he says about the drone, I think it's gonna be a huge asset to the county. I'll be gone next week. Our State Sheriff Association's conference is next week, so I'll be heavily involved with that. So email and phone if you need me. I believe my under sheriff's gonna be there most of the time too, but still available if something happens, we can come back.
Good. Thank you, Sheriff. Anything from the excise board?
Hey, when's that budget go?
Everything Steven said, and I'll be here all week next week.
Good for you, sir.
Including Tuesday for the meeting.
Ma'am? Tuesday.
No.
Monty?
I just got a question about the survey on the Meridian property. I think you was,
Yeah.
you was kind of running right now.
Yeah, did that company,
I gave you the information, that's the last thing I know.
yeah, we were supposed to get a contact and nobody's ever contacted me back on that.
Okay, we should locate another one.
Yeah. I called the two that you gave me. Three.
You talking about the property the county owns that?
Right,
Yes.
right, yeah, we was gonna have it surveyed and all that.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if they ever did it, and I never seen the invoice come through.
Yeah. And he, he contacted me, but he said he was gonna contact you and as far as to work out payment process and stuff like that.
Having,
and then he never called me back either, so.
That's all I got. Just curious about that.
Okay.
Just nothing other than I want to give a huge shout out to the fire departments on the eastern part of the county. I mean, actually everywhere. Last week was a busy week for them. In 5 days, I think they had over 12. They had 12 calls. One of them was 3 days long. They got out there and really put in a lot of work out there. So, and also responded to the task force for the Chandler fire. And so I want to give that shout out to everybody and all of our first responders, fire departments, sheriff's department, all of them in the county. So.
Okay, yeah. Ditto what the other two county commissioners have said about the fire response the last couple of weeks. It's just been amazing. The job you guys do out there, and we appreciate everything. Gosh, we've got a combination of volunteers, park volunteers, and municipal fire departments, and everybody working together to the benefit of the taxpayers is an amazing thing to watch, and we appreciate what you do. So with that, we'll move on to item 19, consideration of possible action on adjournment.
I'll move to adjourn.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
I thought 87 was.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
5:35.